What's going on, YouTube? How you guys doing today? That's good to hear. We're back with another installment of Kicking It with Krash. And today I'm going to answer the question, are motorcycles dangerous? I'm going to let that sink in for a second. The average person is going to say, yes, motorcycles are dangerous. Like, look at this dickhead right here in front of me doing dumb shit. But the thing is, you have to be very observant. You have to be very defensive when you're driving or riding a motorcycle. The thing is, a lot of people are going to bully you out here on the road, pretty much. They're bigger, they can do what they want to do. They're going to say, hey, I didn't see you. There's a bunch of bullshit involved, so you definitely have to be observant. Yeah, so aside from people not paying attention, what other dangers are there? I mean, you always have road conditions. You have your skill set. Like, that could definitely be a hinder to you. And I think that's what gets most people, is having a skill set to be able to ride the bike confidently and be able to look around and kind of recognize what's going on. Because 9 times out of 10, before some bad shit even goes down, I'll see it happening. I'll throw in some clips that I have saved on the computer that kind of shows people doing dumb shit. Bitch ran that motherfucker. Come on, motherfuckers. Man, shit fuck crazy out here. Like, this lady here is looking down completely and driving. That can't be the smartest decision in the world. A lot of incidents that happens on motorcycles, I would say, is probably the motorcycle's fault. They're doing stuff that, one, either they're not skilled enough to do, or two, they're just being hella reckless and end up getting caught up in some fucked up shit. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I'm the safest driver in the world, because that is not the case. Like, I get out here and do reckless shit all the time. But I also take responsibility for my actions as well. So, I mean, if some bad shit happens, I can't blame anybody other than myself unless they were fucking up. I mean, and realistically, motorcycle safety, or the safeness of a motorcycle, is not a linear line. Like, it's going to kind of bounce around. Because when you first get a motorcycle, it's probably not going to be that safe. Once you get comfortable, then it's probably not going to be that safe again. So it's kind of weird. Like, yeah, it's not the most unsafe thing in the world, but yeah, it's probably not the safest either, considering all these dickheads around us and they don't pay attention. Like, I could be the safest rider in the world, and if this lady behind me is not paying attention when I hit my brakes, slams into the back of me, I get fucked. In my area, I would say probably the #1 cause for accidents are probably people just not paying attention. A lot of times we'll have bikes going too fast and a car will do a maneuver and the bike just doesn't have time to react. That's the downside to motorcycles. They're fast as shit. There's been plenty of times where I'll be on the interstate doing 140, 150 miles an hour and a car decides it wants to switch lanes without indicating. That's something that I can't really anticipate. I mean, I can kind of look for the signs to see, hey, do they plan on changing lanes? Is their head turning to look at a particular lane? If so, if you catch somebody looking at a lane, 9 times out of 10, they're probably thinking about getting in that lane. So I try to keep that in mind. A buddy of mine says he always watches the car's tires, and when their tires start getting close to that white line, or they start kind of angling like they want to go that direction, then he knows that they're pretty much either going to come in his lane or they're going to switch lanes. So I mean, stuff like that, it just kind of comes with time. It's like you can't be good at anything unless you put in the time, and then you kind of pick up the little tips and tricks of the shit. We also have a couple back roads that are kind of twisty. I've seen people eat shit back there because they fucking start target fixating, and like they're not looking through the curve, they're looking at the curve, and next thing you know they're in the curve, like off-road. So I mean, a lot of it has to do with your skill set. Like, how skilled are you? That's why it kills me when I see people come in dealership and shit and they're like, hey, I just bought a motorcycle yesterday, I'm gonna strap a GoPro to my helmet and start vlogging today. And I'm like, dude, learn how to ride first. Like, there's so much shit to focus on. Let me make sure you guys are clear. There's so much shit to focus on that you should probably focus on riding your motorcycle safely before you start worrying about trying to vlog and talk to yourself while you're riding, because you get caught up talking and certain things aren't second nature until they become second nature. And then once they become second nature, then you can worry about, yeah, man, it looks like it's about to start coming down. Man, you gonna make me turn around and go back that way. I'm just out riding, having fun. Man, you sure know what to say. I was just making a video talking about, man, having to watch out for all the cars and stuff. Oh. I got the CX-14. Okay, oh yeah. This time of year, they going all winter without seeing motorcycles. Yep. Exactly. Man, I do appreciate it, my man. All right, you take it easy, you be safe out there. Yeah, that guy's saying the same thing. Like, man, after you go a long winter of not having bikes on the road, it starts feeling good, and people aren't really used to seeing bikes and not used to giving us our space, so they want to run over bikes and shit like that. So I mean, like I said, it is some dangers to riding motorcycles. The biggest thing is you have to be ready to kind of see those things coming and get out the way. Now, I know everything's not going to be preventable. That's just the nature of the beast. But if you can prevent it, I suggest that you try things such as doing wheelies on the street. Probably not the smartest place to learn how to do wheelies. I'll admit I am guilty of pulling the front wheel up out here in traffic without even being that good at it. Was that smart? Nah, probably not. Going fast. It's one of those things. The faster you go, the less time you have to react. So at 140 miles an hour, you don't really have time to do shit other than hold on. I've been getting down the interstate moving, and a car jump over in front of me. You can hit your brakes. I've literally hit my brakes and have brought the bike up onto the front wheel to stop from hitting some shit. Under the right circumstances, without having the right skill set, or without just knowing the bike, then it's very possible that I could have flipped this motherfucker over and been sliding down my back going down the interstate. That's the type of thing that you only develop with time in the seat. So yeah, the short answer is, are motorcycles dangerous? No. The long answer is, are motorcycles dangerous? They can be, but a lot of it depends on the rider and how that person is riding. If you ride within your limits, you shouldn't have any issues. A lot of times people start having problems when they ride outside of their limits. I see a lot of shit go down when people are trying to catch up. That's why normally if I'm riding with somebody new and I don't know how they ride, I'll let them lead the pack. I don't want you to have to try to keep up with me just for the sake of keeping up with me, and then you end up wrecking out, because I'm going to feel like shit. So I'd much rather fall to the back of the pack. I'd rather go slow and everybody get there safe than me lead the pack and I drag somebody, and then next thing you know, they're running into the back of a car or knocking their fucking mirror off trying to lane split with me, and they end up getting hurt. So if you're new and you're looking into getting into motorcycles, just know they're only as dangerous as you make them, other than the fact of people running into you, which it's a real life thing, but I'm not going to say that's the most dangerous aspect of riding motorcycles. To me, the most dangerous aspect of riding motorcycles would probably be what you do with the motorcycle. That's going to be key. If you just get on your bike and you just ride normally and you do the speed limit and you just kind of cruise, you probably won't have any issues. But if you get on there and you start fucking street rossing and you want to drag knee and you want to do stand-up wheelies, it's probably not going to be that great, because it takes practice. And how do you practice doing wheelies? You do wheelies. What happens if you fuck up? You fall. You know, that's kind of how it goes. Lane splitting is one of those things, like, you just got to have good judgment and you got to be smart and you got to know that that window can close at any given time. So just because you see it right then doesn't mean it's going to be there in 2 seconds. Everything else is just kind of, like I said, second nature. So man, I appreciate you guys coming in and checking out the video. We still got t-shirts online for a couple more days. 2 wheels, move the soul. 1 wheel, get the bitches. If you guys support the channel, man, drop down in the link, pick up one of those t-shirts. Like I said on the last video, summer is coming, so the channel will be growing, man. There's going to be a lot more big things coming. I'm meeting new people every day. We're going to start doing a lot more riding. I'm going to try to do a couple dual vlogs for you guys. And man, just, you know, make it do what it do. Until the next time, ride safe.